Well, welcome back to the Kingsview Model Railway channel. Today we've got on the workshop one of Aucision's 48 class. This loco I've had for a couple of years, and it runs the standard ESU lock pilot chip. But today we're going to show you how we're going to fit a custom 48 class Locksound Pilot version 5 chip today. So to start off, as you can see here, locomotive is in my custom built foam cradle here. Makes it easier to work on the loco. First job we're going to do is take off the couplers. So just using a Phillips head screwdriver, should be able to just loosen these off nice and easy. As you can see, screw comes out. I always use a little container to put the screws in. If you've got a workbench like this, it's really easy to lose what you're doing, and then simply pull the coupling out. You'll see it just comes out quite simply, albeit in a few pieces. Put that in there as well. Do the other side as well. We just undo it like that, unscrew the coupling, and using a magnetic screwdriver often helps. As you can see, you can pull the screw out. Makes it a bit easier to get it out. You'll find with a little bit of jiggling that the cab structure will come off. It just lifts straight up, and you can lift it straight off. You can see here the beautiful cab detail that Aucision have made. You know, they've got the loco stand for both directions, and actually in the cab the driver and the fireman are actually mounted, so you can actually see them. You know, they've done a really good job. If you were really super keen, you could get in here with a very fine set of paintbrushes and paint up all the detail in here, but I'm not that keen to do that. Don't forget that there's also 4 small screws. There's 2 at each end. To lift the body off, you need to undo these screws as well. Again, use your magnetic screwdriver to undo these. You'll find it makes it a little bit easier. So we'll just undo these. They should just lift straight out. As usual, they make a liar of me, so we'll grab something else to make it a bit easier. We'll grab these little pair of tweezers here. They can grab the screw just to get it straight out. Making sure you've undone it properly, of course. So just give that a little wind, pick up the screw, and there we go. It's already gone underneath the chassis, so anyway, we've got it out okay. I'll grab this one out at this end. Just like that. They can be a little bit fussy to get out, only because they're pretty small. Just come straight out like that. Just grab them with your pliers, so you grab it there. And out it comes. Usually what I do is I spin the loco around to make it a little bit easier. You can see here on the camera a little bit easier. So we'll just unscrew this end here. We'll just lift that one out. They certainly don't make these easy to pull apart, I suppose, with all of the detail that's on these Aucision 48s. You know, you've just got to be super careful. I've already broken a little bit of detail off this one, but when I put it back together, hopefully I'll find where it came from and apply a small bit of glue and put it back on. It's making a bit of a mockery of my method of getting it out here. It's just becoming very difficult, but you know, just persevere, give it a little wind, a little bit more, and it should come straight out. Even though it's magnetic, for some reason it doesn't want to come out. There we go, got the little bugger there. This one on this other side, we'll just get that one out too. Just lift him straight out. With a bit of luck he'll come straight out. There we go, straight on the end of the screwdriver. Out he comes. So as I said before, you just release the small tabs on the side and then you can lever the loco out. Now obviously you're going to find, because of the lights at each end, you've got these cables which run to each end of the loco. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the foam up so that you can see here what we've got. I'll just turn that around to make it a little bit more visible to see what we've got. So in this case you can see here, you know, we've got plugs for the front and back lights here, and we've got the ESU chip fitted just here. So I'll just zoom in and make that a little bit easier for you to see. I'll just turn the camera around a little bit, make that a bit easier. Hopefully you can see that okay. So you can see here's the chip here. So the process obviously is we've got to get this chip off. Now usually these just pull straight up, so I'll give it a little bit of a pull here, and you can see here off comes the chip. As you can see, it's a 21 pin connector, and there's the chip on there. So the chip just goes back on like that. So we'll put that aside. So I've got here 48 class Locksound chip. Now I purchased this from Jared at Buck and Build Trains. I've been using Zimmo chips, but he didn't have a 48 class one, so he sourced this one for me, and it's got a genuine file on it for me. So we'll just open it up, and it's got a quick start guide that Locksound provide as well. I don't really worry about that too much. We'll just pull the chip out like this, and we'll pull the chip out, and there it is there. So the sound chip looks pretty well the same as the other chip. It's just the chip configuration is a little bit different. Plus, of course, it's got sound on board. Now, it's important just to line these up. Just line them up so that the chip just fits onto the connectors. You know, you can feel with the end of your finger where it needs to go. Just line it up like that, and then just push it down, double checking it. So there we go. Now I just double check from this end, and you can see that it's all on okay, and it sits fine. So it does sit up a little bit higher, but you know, give it a push down. Now obviously I've got to fit a speaker, so I also ordered from Jared, who actually no, I didn't order this from Jared. I actually got this from Mike at DCC Sound. He does a great job, and he also does a great Auxcision custom speaker, and we're going to see how we fit that in. So it comes in a little packet like this. It's got choking hazard, contains magnets. Why anyone would swallow a speaker, I don't know, unless they're making a Wallet Wizard ad. So that's the only thing I could think of why you would swallow one of these. Now this speaker comes with its own custom enclosure, so what we're going to have to do is actually take off the standard Auxcision one, and that's got these two little tiny micro screws. So we'll just undo those. The screwdriver here, and this one here on this side. Then that'll pop out like that. So we'll just put these little screws here, because they're so fine. We'll just put them on there like that. We'll find that that will fit just in there very nicely. So what we'll do is we'll screw that in there now. We'll just get these little screws ready to go. We'll pop that, lift that housing up, locate the hole, and in it goes. I think you'll find this will give this loco a lovely bass sound performance with this specialised enclosure designed by DCC Sound. So thanks to Mike Walters for doing a great job on these. I've used these before, they're quite good. So there we go, all done. As you can see, this speaker came with wires already attached, so just using the soldering iron here to unpick that. Just heat them up a little bit and they'll come off. There we go, just straight off. Just the two wires from the speaker connection are already there from the loco. We just tin those a little bit, just a little bit of solder on the end of those, just to get them ready to solder on. Ouch, that's a bit warm. So always be careful, and always have a fan on when you're soldering, because if you do that, you can find, like I've got the fan on above me now, if you do that, you'll find that you know, you don't gas yourself with the solder all the time. So, and just give the soldering iron tip a bit of a clean there. So what we've done is we've soldered the wires onto the top and we've tidied them down. Double check that the chip's okay, and then we'll just now slot the body back on very carefully, taking note just to make sure that all the wires, tiny little pieces, don't get in the way. So we'll just slot that straight back on. So what we're doing, we're just screwing these 4 little screws in the corner. Just put them on the end of your screwdriver like so. Find the little hole, screw it straight in like that. In it goes, making sure you don't get it mucked up, get the thread mucked up. In it goes. Keeping them in this little container means that you can actually find them again. So you know, on a workbench like this where there's, you know, I've got a few projects on the go at any given time, it is important. Just place it in the magnetic screwdriver. Also good to have some good overhead light. I've got some little fluoros above me here, which are sort of built into the workbench, so they make life a lot easier. So we'll just pick the next one out. There it is there. Put it on like so. And screw it straight down. So it's not that difficult to fit a decoder. The next part of this process, I'll show you what we do with the LokSound software. So we'll move on to that shortly.
1 minute later.
So I've got the loco set up on my track here. I actually have on my rear track up here, I have LokSound programmer, and on the front track I've actually got a JMRI set up with a computer here with 2 leads here. I can easily plug in the ESU connector on the side, and I can plug in JMRI. I don't ever use them together. So anyway, we've got it on there. We've got the programming software set up. So the first item we go is we go record, read the decoder data. So we're just doing that now. So it reads the decoder data. Now coming straight out of the box, it should be set to 3 or 127 or whatever. In this case it's 128. Enter the address of the locomotive. I'm going to put in 4801 as that's its number, and I'm then going to go write decoder data, and I'll overwrite the defaults with the current values. Go next, and that will write the decoder data. So as you can see, it sounds pretty good, and we can move forward, backwards. So a little throttle control. There's backwards, there's forwards coming up. Run it into the buffer stop by mistake. Then it'll slowly come forward back the other way, and off she goes. And just press the stop button and off she goes. So there we go. That's how to fit a LokSound 5 DCC chip to a 48 class. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you like our channel. Please like and subscribe if you like what we've done. If you'd like to see some more how-to videos, let us know in the comments below.